What's up, everybody? It's GoblinoX, and welcome back to another Momir's Madness event. Let's hop right into it. Not even going to explain Momir's Madness, because this video is going to be uploaded as, like, Momir's Madness event number 9 or 10 or something. So if you randomly stumble upon this one as the first one, I'm sorry, but you should go watch an earlier one, because I will explain how Momir's Madness works in those. So, looks like we're both the Johnnies. That's pretty cool. Let's give them the hellos. With this hand, I'm probably just going to keep playing mountains, because mountains are the best land. Looks like our opponent goes for a 1-drop. They got a 2-1. So that will probably just trade off like this turn or next turn and not do a whole lot. Could get a first strike creature or something. Looks like I don't. So that's unfortunate. I guess this is a 3-3 on attacks if they block, so yeah, I'll probably just crack back with this because they can't block it well. So we'll start the game exciting. Let's just damage each other for a bit. Here at 3, we've got a 3-2, gain some life when it is dealt damage. So that's pretty cool. I'll send in the Merfolk. They do no blocks there. So their 2-drop is a Devkarn Dissident. I doubt the ability will ever be relevant, but it is important to remember just in case they randomly save up mana to use it. And also if the creature survives. So their 3-drop's just a 2-2. Its raid trigger is to copy any creature on the field, but it obviously can't do that if they haven't attacked this turn. That is how raid works. I'm just going to take that damage. And we'll see if they want to trade on blocks here. So I'll play a swamp, and then discard the other swamp. I doubt I'll need double black. And then I'll just start playing my other colors so that I have every color out, just in case. So we got a Golden Guardian. That is a 4/4 defender, that's all it is. But that is nice on this board because it blocks everything they've played so far. So the second ability is pretty cool in Limited or in Commander or anything like that. You basically, if you have a creature that can kill it in a fight, then when you kill it, it flips and comes back as a land that you can spend a little bit of mana and make a 4/4 every turn, which is really nice. But because everything is a token in Momir, the cards cannot come back from exile. They will just stay in exile forever. So if I use that ability, I am just killing my Guardian. So I got a 4/4 out there to block my 2/2, which would be a 3/3 on blocks, but that's still not big enough for the 4/4. Luckily, though, I have a couple 4/4s of my own, so I don't think that they are in a good spot for attacking right now. They did just get a flying creature, which is real spooky. I need to get my own flying creature now. So this turn I could play a 6-mana card, or I could just play a treasure so that next turn I can play an 8. I think I like that plan, because then this is a 5/5, so I can also attack with it. Yeah, let's just go in with this guy. I only need the 1/4/4 as a blocker. So they're just going to chump block. Oh no, they're going to do that? Why would they do that? That is a weird decision to me. I guess they really want this guy to die, but I am completely fine trading this for their flyer there. And I guess I'm trading it for both creatures. Yeah, I still think a flyer is going to be more valuable than the Plunderer. Because the Plunderer, realistically, you do it like once. You get that treasure once, and then you sack the treasure to make something bigger. They got a Vivectus as Madi, so I think I lose. Vivectus Asmati, of course, when it attacks, they get to choose a permanent they control and a permanent I control, and they make us both sacrifice it. But the thing is, it doesn't even target... Oops. It doesn't even target the thing, so even if I get something with hexproof, they can just make me sacrifice it. And they make me sacrifice on the declaration of the attack, so they can do it before I can even block that. So I have to find something that kills that when it enters the battlefield. So... yeah, because at 8 mana, even if I get Zatalpa, which is indestructible, doesn't matter, it'll die because it gets sacrificed. If I get at 9 mana Zakama, doesn't matter, it'll just get sacrificed before it can do anything. So I need to go for 7 mana to try to hit Meteor Golem, 6 mana to try to hit Nightmare Sphinx, or 4 mana to try to hit a couple things. Hostage Taker, Chupacabra, stuff like that. So I'm almost certain I just lose this game. I'm dead in 3 turns, but I'm going to play the best I can to maybe survive, which I think is to go for 4 drops. But maybe it's 7 drops, because some of them also just do stuff other than killing a thing. But I think most 7 drops would literally just do nothing and die. Even if it looks like they'd do a lot. I'll go for 4. And we got a 1-7. I'm fairly certain I just lose to Vivectus Asmati. He is one of the I Win LOL cards. Yeah, because the thing is, everything that I get just turns into a land. Meanwhile, they get something every turn. Whereas I get nothing. Or they could just decide not to, I guess. That works as well. I don't know why they wouldn't be pushing the advantage here, but 6, 7, 8, 9. They might have a plan of their own. And again, now I'm at the point where I could get a 10-drop, which would be a 16/16 indestructible, but it doesn't matter, because even if it's indestructible, they can still make me sacrifice it. It will still die. So, pretty bad situation all around. That's pretty cool, Momir. So I think I got one of the guys that has Undergrowth. It's like a 0/0 with Undergrowth to get a counter on it for each creature in your grave. So it's just a 0/0 and dies immediately. So now they just get to kill... They could have just killed me this turn. If they played well, they could have just attacked with both, pumped this guy, made me kill my only blocker, and dealt 10 damage to me. But instead, I guess they want to do 8 damage to me. Which is fine. So... now I can't even win if I get Hostage Taker. Because I can kill that and jump that, but then I still take 2. And I just got another Golden Guardian, so that is game. Well, that was a way to start the Momir for the day. Not a great way, but it was certainly a way. So let's head into round 2 here and see if we can get something better than that start there. Pass the turn here. Gonna start playing things at 2 mana like I usually do. So we got a Legion Guild Mage. It's not awful. That is one of the few things that could deal with a Vivectus Asmati. I could just keep tapping it before they can attack. Problem with that is I think I'd still be in a really bad spot, like a losing position here. or losing position there, because I basically have 3 less mana than them for the rest of the game since they got a Vivectus. So we got a Chain Whirler, which kills their 2/1, so that was pretty nice. It's also a 3/3 first strike, which is not nothing. It's definitely good for right now, but it is possible that they get something with more than 3 toughness, which they just did, but it's not like a 3/4. A 3/4 would be really bad for me. See, now I can just keep attacking because it only has 1 power, so I can just get 2 damage in this turn still. Let's get rid of this swamp. We got a flyer, super nice, very big fan of the start. Now I get a little bit more damage in there, and if they don't get a flyer for a while, then it's possible I whittle them down enough from this flyer that by the time they do, they'll be at a low enough life total for me to just use this tap ability a couple times to kill them. So I'm definitely a fan of this start. We got an Arvad, which he's pretty nice. Doesn't really do anything right now, but he usually does quite a bit late game. How much does the damage ability cost? Costs 6 mana? Deal 3 to each opponent? I might just do that next turn. If they don't get a flyer. They didn't get a flyer. That dude does have lifelink, though. So that's pretty awkward, because the thing about that is, he's really hard to block, because if you block him, they just get to kill whatever. That is a pretty good card there. So guess this guy's only a 3/1 flyer, but they're down to 12. I wanted to just kill them off with this so bad, but they have 4 power of lifelink at this point, so I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, what I was thinking about this turn is skipping a 6-drop so I didn't have any risk of Demon Lord Belzenlock, and instead just doing 5 damage to them. Or 6 damage to them, actually, because then they would die next turn. Because 3 plus 3 more from the Guild Mage puts them at 6, then they die next turn. But they got the lifelinker, so that no longer will kill them. It might still be the right play. I don't think it's still the right play. I'm going to play a 6-mana card. Because I can't put them on a 2-turn clock anymore, which is super rough. We got Azor the Lawbringer. Okay, I'm very glad I played that card this turn then, instead of just 3 more damage to them. So Azor has a really nice ability when it attacks. You get to gain a bunch of life and draw a bunch of cards. That ability's a lot better outside of Momir, but it's still good on Momir. Because it's just, if you ever need to gain life or whatever, just go ahead and do it, why not? So I'm not blocking that. I am not going to let them kill my Azor, because now I get to hit them for 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus the Guild Mage's ability to just kill them. Here's 11. Not using the ability, I need the mana for this. And now we do this. And that is game. Alright, so we are 1-1 in this Momir run. It's definitely a lot spookier to start off just the very first round with a loss. We gotta get pretty lucky here if we want to make it to 5 wins. Which I do want to make it to 5 wins. I always want to make it there, but it is not always possible. So we'll see how the cookie crumbles here. No, I got Gideon. I don't want to be Gideon. I didn't even pay attention to my avatar last game. I might have been Gideon last game. Alright, there's a mountain. Past the turn. I have a whole bunch of planes, so hopefully I get like a Resplendent Angel. That's the only thing I can think of that I would want all these planes for. They got a Sage of Latnam. Probably not going to do anything, but if they happen to have a treasure on like turn 9 or something, it's probably better as just another card. Because then they can just basically turn that treasure into a permanent land. So we start off with a Shauna, so I will just be playing a card every turn, and we'll see if that does anything. Oh. They just skipped their turn 3? Oh no. Alright. Well, I don't know what happened there, because that was a really fast way to skip turn 3. I don't think that there's a button that skips it that fast, because you gotta click, skip, and then it goes to combat, and then you gotta click again to say no attacks. So at that point, that's when you gotta realize, like, oh shit, I clicked the skip, and then you undo the skip. I don't know, maybe they just double-clicked real fast, and then they were like, ah, shit. That was the skip all button. So that was not a game. I think that's pretty clear. That was just a little quality of life issue or whatever. Just one of those things that happens in a digital version of Magic the Gathering. No matter how they create it, that's gonna happen. It's one of those things that will only happen in digital. It never just happens in real life where someone's like, turn 2, they're just like, your turn. Just like, immediately. They just draw a card, they're like, your turn. Without even thinking. I guess it probably does happen, but it doesn't happen nearly as often as on digital. Anyways, enough of that. Let's play some Momir. So they waited all the way till turn 4, which makes me think they're probably one of those people that are just gonna try to get Zakama, just wait till turn 9 and just start spamming it. Which is super awkward for me because they got probably the best card if you're just trying to wait and then just play massive cards later. This just holds off my forces for a while because now I have to pay mana to attack them, which is really, really hard to do in Momir. Because you want to be playing the biggest creature you can play every turn, so it's basically impossible to attack when there's a Baird on the board. That is quite the good 4-drop for our opponent. Followed by a pretty bland 5-drop, but it's not terrible. It's a 3/5, so it's good at blocking, and that seems to be what they're trying to do. Oops. Definitely looks like they're trying to overwhelm me with larger cards than I have. Seeing as they didn't play anything on 1, 2, or 3. So we'll see what they get on 6. They got a Book Devourer. That's cute. Doesn't really do much of anything. I'm going to play a 5-drop so that I can send in the flying creature here. Got a 4/4. And when the 4/4 is dealt damage, I get a 1/1, which is nice. It replaces itself, so if late game they get like a 9/9 and I need 2 chump blockers in a row, it is 2 chump blockers in a row. Also, if we get to late game and I get Zakama, that'd be super duper nice. However, they got a hatchery spider, so now I can't even attack anymore. Odds are I just can't attack like ever again. 4, 5, 6, 7. I could play a 7-drop, or I could just hold off, try to get a Zakama. Would I rather skip 7 or 8? Would I rather skip 7 or 8? I think I'd rather skip... I'll just skip 7. I will just skip 7 because I know that I will be fine on this board without getting another creature, but next turn, you know, depending on my 7-drop, or depending on their 8-drop, I might be like, uh-oh, I'm super dead. So they got a Gishath. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go, 8 mana. So we're gonna do the Zakama lottery. Whoever wins the Zakama lottery first wins. But my opponent caused this, so I don't feel bad. I guess that's not actually how it's gonna go. I think it just means my opponent wins because they drew more mountains. Because even if I get a Zakama, I can only do 3 damage to something. So if they get a Zakama and I get a Zakama, their Zakama can just kill my Zakama and I can't do anything. Okay, well I have 2 mountains now. But they already have the Zakama, so it's basically impossible to win. Well, I'm gonna play it out because I already have 1 loss, so there's nothing else I can do. But if you want to stop watching the video right now, that is fine, because I have lost this game. Because they got Zakama with 3 mountains out. So I have to get something that kills Zakama when it enters the battlefield. So we'll go for 7 mana stuff. Hope for a Meteor Golem, or at least something that affects the game in any way. And Siege Worm is neither of those things. So now we get to watch our opponent play the game. As you do. I have no idea. I guess they're just like, they could block with their indestructible thing. Yeah, no, they're not in a good position to attack, at least. Now that I think of it, because I could... They're definitely not attacking with Zakama. And anything else I can just block with the indestructible creature. Tishana. Okay. I mean, I guess I get to play more lands. Which is cute. Still don't have a 3rd mountain, though. Which is really not good. Guess we'll play a forest for now. They got a Palaka Worm. Sending in the Book Devourer and a Gishath? Like... They're... okay... Alright, I mean, I'll just do that. They've only got the 3 mana left, they can only shoot something for 3 once. So no matter what, they're trading the Book Devourer for 1 creature here. Okay. They shoot the Raptor for fun. They let me keep my 4/4 and let it poop out a 1/1. Alright, that combat was strange. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could play Impervious Great Worm. Kinda want an Impervious Great Worm on this board, but I think I should get rid of this Zakama. So if I start playing Impervious Great Worms, they can just start playing Impervious Great Worms, and then nothing is happening. I guess I have to just hope that they repeatedly make bad combats, like they just did. Like, I got to kill their Gishath and their 4/5 at the cost of my 3/4. That's literally what happened. So I killed a 7/6 and a 4/5 trample for a 3/4 with no abilities. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. Let's actually keep the planes. Meteor Golem, let's go. Meteor Golem, let's go. Oh, it's another Tishana. I mean, I get a bunch of cards. And Tishana's a 7/7. That's kind of neat. If I were them, I'd probably just gain 3. I guess they'd rather kill a Sapperling. So they can Fleet Swallower me, which is cute. Is that really how it's gonna go? Are they just gonna plan for this game to take another 15 turns? It will if they keep playing as they have. If I were them, I'd probably just keep going for 8 drops and trying to get like a Verdant Force or something. I mean, Kazarov works, so I lose. They have Kazarov plus Zakama. So now they get to pay... They get to pay 12, which they have, because they have 4 mountains. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... Because they only have 10 lands. But yeah, if I were them, I would just pay 3, shoot damage out 3 times. Kazarov gets really big. This game's basically impossible to win now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have so much mana, though. If I can make it to 18 mana before they win, then... I mean... Oop, oop, oop. Then they deserve to lose. Tishana. I'll keep this one. I mean, my Tishana's really big. So I attack and they just chump block. If they want to trade for Tishana, that's fine. This will make the board smaller, I guess. Kazarov will get bigger, but he's going to get bigger regardless. There's nothing I can do to stop Kazarov from being insanely massive. Interesting. Okay, so I get to kill the hatchery spider. But Tishana will die. I've gotten 3 Tishanas in a row. Oh, Tishana didn't even die from that block. Why did that? Oh, okay, there they go. That's why. Yeah, the Tishana doesn't matter at all. She's not doing anything unless she's attacking. Because my opponent seems to be just hell-bent on not attacking anyway. Yep, Kazarov's gonna get massive. I'll have to chump block, or not chump block, I'll have to block Kazarov every turn with my Indestructible Flyer, in which case they can actually start attacking with other stuff. I highly doubt they start attacking with Zakama, unfortunately. I don't think they're that stupid. I actually don't think my opponent is stupid. That was kind of mean to say. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're at 11 mana. I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 5. Yeah, I'm at 14. I need 4 more mana out. Then I could have my own Zakama, but it doesn't super matter at this point because they have a Kazarov. Wow, I've been spamming 7 drops this whole time, and I've not gotten a Kazarov, but they got it, like, immediately. Actually, no, they've been spamming them, too. I feel like their quality 7-drops has been better. Especially because I'm getting Tashanas that kill me! What the fuck? No! I need to not draw cards right now, Tashana. Why is this my third Tashana? God damn it. Oops. Man, Arena really hates me. I just want a Meteor Golem. I just want a Meteor Golem so bad. Well, we knew the second Zakama came out that I was going to lose, but we did not expect it to be this way. I guess they're going on to the spamming 16/16s at this point. Which is cute. Doesn't really change anything. I have 2 cards in my deck. I don't think there's anything that shuffles your grave back in creature form, but if there is, I need it. I guess there's Junk Troller, but he's not until Ravnica Allegiance comes out, and also he would just get killed by Zakama. Alright. I mean, I can get 7 damage in now that I have a Thorn Elemental. That's cute. If you're wondering why I haven't been attacking with Zatalpa this whole time, it's because Zakama can just block it and survive, and absolutely nothing happens. Okay. Cute. I also have an indestructible creature, if you did not know. I have 1 card in my library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. Almost made it to enough mana. Get a Zakama and kill their Zakama in the same turn. Hi, Dairy Gaz. You're gonna get shot down. Like, immediately. I hope my opponent plays a 6-drop. Just play a 6-drop and get a Demon Lord. That's my only hope. I'm just gonna play 16/16s. Cute. Oh, if Laboratory Maniac were in this, that'd be sick. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Didn't even make it to 18 mana. Fleet Swallower actually mattered because I got 3 Tashanas in a row. I'm slightly irritated if you couldn't tell. Cool. I got a spider. Well, that is game. This was certainly some Momir. My god. Man, people love the 16/16s. The reason I wasn't just going for... This is another thing worth mentioning. The reason I wasn't just going for 16/16s the whole game is because that also wouldn't have changed anything. The second I started going for 16/16s, they had enough mana that they would just start going for 16/16s as well. And then it would literally just take the 20 turns because I had 20 cards left in my library. It would literally just be like, Great Worm go, Great Worm go, Great Worm go, Great Worm go. Like, I didn't want it to end that way. As cool as 16/16s are, that would just be a guaranteed way to get myself milled and just have 0 chance instead of 1% chance. Well, we got a pretty nice reward, even though that was only 2 wins this time. But yeah, cool reward. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll be back with more Momir soon. See ya.